announced the immediate start of the executive procedures to implement President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's decrees on disbursing a new social protection package, which is aimed at easing the living burdens on the citizens. The details.
Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli said on Thursday executive procedures had been taken to implement President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's decrees on disbursing a new social protection package. During the weekly cabinet meeting at the government's headquarters in the new administrative capital, Madbouli hailed the decisions made by President al-Sisi to implement the largest social package at a value of £180 billion starting next March. The Prime Minister said the package would focus on health and education sectors as well as pensions beneficiaries. Madbouli reiterated that all state bodies continue taking measures to provide basic commodities at suitable prices, a means of controlling markets to meet citizens' needs. He expressed the government's keenness to curb the repercussions of the world economic crises and challenges which could have negative impact on the national economy. On Tuesday, President al-Sisi issued a number of important decrees which aimed at easing living burdens on citizens. President al-Sisi gave his directives to implement a quick social protection package starting next month. The package included raising the minimum wages by 50% to reach £6,000 monthly. The president also gave his directives to raise salaries of state employees and economic institutions employees with a minimum ranging from £1,000 to £1,200 monthly according to the employer's degrees. President Sisi also gave his directives to raise tax exemption by 33% from £45,000 to £60,000.
Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry started an official visit to Cyprus following an invitation by the Cypriot counterpart Konstantinos Kombos. Upon his arrival, Cypriot President Nikos Christodoulidis received the Minister Shoukry at the presidential headquarters. Also, Shoukry held talks with Kombos, which centered on means to foster bilateral ties and enhance the cooperation between the two countries. The two top diplomats further probed the number of regional developments, including the current deteriorating situation in Gaza. At a joint press conference, Shoukry renewed the Egyptian constant support to the Palestinian cause. The top diplomat said that Egypt was working with all the stakeholders to find the solution to end the conflict and urged the international community to apply more pressure to allow aid into Gaza. He hailed the role played by the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, the UNRWA, in supporting the Palestinian civilians. He said that the human suffering in Gaza was unthinkable and the humanitarian support system on the verge of collapsing, and the threats of a dangerous expansion of the conflict are real and unfolding. Egypt continues the intensified efforts to reach a final communique to calm the situation in Gaza, as meetings are to start with Hamas delegation to resume talks on reaching a ceasefire. A Hamas delegation led by senior official Khalil al-Hayya arrived in Cairo on Thursday for ceasefire talks with the mediators Egypt and Qatar. The delegation is expected to meet the Egyptian intelligence chief Abbas Kamel and the team managing the Egyptian mediation on Gaza. Egypt has invited all the concerned parties to show needed flexibility to reach calm in the Gaza Strip, free captives, and end severe humanitarian crisis there. The American Secretary of State Antony Blinken discussed ways to secure the release of Gaza hostages with the moderates in the Israeli war cabinet, a day after the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu rejected the